Hey Titties. Welcome back to the TheMorganfire channel. It's me, Morganfire, and the God and the Goddess. Well, both of you are women, but it's the God and it's the Goddess. Got red lips. Alright. So, welcome back to the TheMorganfire channel, and this is my working candle, and it's lit for peace and prosperity for all, including myself. So today we'll be talking about the love sachet. I guess I told y'all about that. Like I said, I had a lot of work to be doing for other people. With that being said, I'm approaching about 89 subscribers. I'm approaching 100, and I feel like that's like a milestone for me. And I know Miss Odette had started doing consultation. Now that's sort of what I'll be doing. I'll be doing readings over the phone. If you have Skype or something like that, I'll do readings on Skype. And I'll also be doing holistic healings, long distance healings, and work for others. I feel like this is a coming of a new age and a new time that I can now branch out, and just because to tell you about a little bit of what I do, but here locally, I work with a few other people locally and across the country that have interacted with me through YouTube or have interacted with me through different places, and we just start talking. For it, I give them a reading, and then they come back again. So they become sort of like clients, to say. But clients are paying people. So they just come back like, people who come to get a reading. And that's sort of what I'll be doing for my 100th milestone celebration. 100th subscriber celebration. Alright, so back to the love spell, and that's going to, when I get to 100, I'm just giving y'all a heads up so y'all can start rolling in. I'll put a little subscription bar or something for you to post stuff on. But if you just PM me or something like that, I'll surely get back to you within 5 minutes. For sure. Because I'm always near a computer. I always get alerts on my cell phone about on my YouTube account and things like that. Because I got my email in my phone like that. So I get an email every time I get I get a text message every time I get an email. And yeah, so like I said, I'll be doing free readings, free work. Usually I don't do things free. Well, I do a lot of things free, but as far as work and things, I ask for a small portion, or just for a sacrifice purposes, and all the donations or sacrifice purposes all go into buying the material for the spell, or the work that I'll be doing, because some people ask for work that I don't have the materials on me, so I have to go order them, and sometimes the shop doesn't have them, and they have to go order them, or have to go craft them and things like that. So everything takes time and money. So I will be doing free consultations pretty much to say for holistic things. That's what I'll be doing. Free consultations. Just to get a good feel of you and what you need, you know. And then for you to tell me, and we just have a little chit chat. So, back to this spell. I got two spells, one for female, one for male. There's a love spell, not even a spell, it's a statue, which is a form of magic, which is a form of a spell. Spell is just an action, gesture, a combination of both. It's an incantation, a process of gathering together something. It can be almost anything that you want to classify as a spell. Now, if we want to classify as magic, then that's going to have to be changing something. Manipulating, transforming, changing. So, I'm going to show you the love nail for male. I don't know how good y'all can see that. Ginger, cinnamon, lovage, damiana, and mojo bean. Say it again, I'll have it right here. Ginger, cinnamon, lovage, damiana, and mojo bean. Alright, so when it comes down to the feminine, okay, that's for males drawing females. That's just for males to carry. And I'm not going to say to attract females, but it's just for males to carry. These are herbs that enhance nature of male. Which will all which would at the end result in drawing love, because women love confidence, and anybody that's seeking a relationship love people with confidence. I know that. Then here's the female one. Lavender, marjoram, rose, patchouli, and mojo bean. I know I shake like a mug. God dang. Bad news. Okay. Maybe too many astral travels. So that's lavender, rose, patchouli, mojo bean, and marjoram. Alright. So I'll be making both of these mixtures today. So I'll put them both up to right again. Starting with the female. And then on to the male. Alright. What you're going to need is some kind of holding thing that represents love, whether it's blue, red, green, You know, I know green represents the heart chakra. Red is the symbol is symbolized fire, and fire just looks just like that. Fire. Okay. Anyways, that's my element. I love it. And let me get my incense burning. That's what I do. And water sometimes symbolizes love. So that's blue. Alright. And then depending on where you got the element, the quarters put up, and what the quarters represent to you, and then they'll be in different directions and maybe different colors too. Alright. So, a little bit for the God and not us. And then out to the window. Out, out, out. Alright. So, here we go. You're going to need, I already told you what you're going to need. So we're going to start with the male one first. Alright, so I got this right here. So I'm bringing you down to the laboratory again. Okay, I got it. There. And that's a motor and pestle. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is for the male one, you're going to need coriander seeds. And now, since I didn't mention this, it's going to be optional to add coriander. Alright. Write that on the paper. Alright. So, here we go. And you're gonna need some kind of something to hold it in. Whether you got a sachet, a cotton one, or a paper one. Here's one paper one that I made. A sachet. And this one you like put in your backpack. It's not it's a sachet, but it's like a larger sachet that have different little symbols on it, you know, little sigils on it. Yeah. So that's one thing. That's the other thing to do. You can also use a little plastic bag like this, but I wouldn't advise it. Because we'll be using crystals too, like rose quartz and my new one creation. Look at my new one creation. This is one of my new ones that I have created. That's copper wire. New one that I have created. I have my crystal point at the top, and look at that. That looks like a foot, huh? Oh, and I'm gonna use this for circle casting. So we're in this castle circle. Now I'll just bring this around. This is all that I'll be doing before I make the video. And then I'm going to bring it around myself. And around this altar. And back around one more time. Trying to knock everything over. Bring it back. Alright, so the circle is cast, so mold should be. And this is actually my circle where I do my energy work and my magic, and this is actually the exact spot where I do spells. So this is also like my sacred space, and it is a sacred space. It is my altar room. It is a sanctuary for all of the and get to this statue. Now we're going to first add to this is damiana. So damiana, the thing I like to do when I'm working with it magically is I like to add red pepper flakes to it. That was just an accident, but it was also a good idea because I put it on accident. How I did it because I thought it was the loves. I have damiana and red pepper flakes, so it's going to take on both of the qualities, which is good for love. So 1, 2, and then even when you're gonna drink this in a tea, you know, it would be good, you know, because if it's good for that vigorous nature, and that spice is also good for the same thing, red chili flake, you know. So y'all keep it in mind, and the reason why I'm talking about all this stuff because this is also keeping your mind in the mind state of love, and talking about it is keeping you in that frequency, I guess to say. And then you're gonna say damiana for love and vigorous nature. Alright. And then you're gonna go and I like to crush that up a little bit. And then I add the next one. The next one for love mail is lovage. And since all the rest of mine are in powder, cinnamon in powder, I'm not gonna have to crush them up. It's a combination of different spices. And lovage, love root looking thing. I think it is a root. I think it's lovage root. But lovage, and I put a little piece of it because it's very fragrant once you get it worked up. So that's all I'm going to put in here. Oh, and the coriander. So lovage for love and drawing love to me. And just meditate on it. And now we're at the next one. Coriander. See, both sachets are gonna have coriander, and I have to have some more, so I'm not gonna take that out. But both sachets are gonna have coriander in it because it's all around love herb. So you're gonna say coriander for love and attraction, lust, so much to do. And then you're going to add your different powdered herbs after you crumble that all up. Crumble that all up. Coriander is very fragrant. It really is. It's very fragrant. And get it all crushed up like you're really gonna need a good mortar pestle for the long run, you know. Like don't try to like be cheap with your herbs and your tools, because once it comes down for the long run, you're gonna need some good material. You really are, because you know I know there's like some cheap clay, or can't even describe it. And they will break and chip and everything when you're in here pounding and crushing up your resins and herbs. You know, I even crush up my stones with my morning pestle. You know, I even crush up my stones. I crush stones, like, you know, crystals, like, you know, little small crystals, not big crystals, but small crystals, very small crystals, like about this size. You know, I crush them up with my morning pestle. So it's really good to have a good morning pestle for the long run. Now, it's also good to have 2 morning pestles. Since I do not ingest none of my magical herbs, the only herbs that I ingest are my medicinal herbs, which are in another cabinet, which is in the kitchen. And those are where I keep my tinctures and unless I'm using one, I have a Valerian teacher right there. This is where I keep my tinctures and my medicine, and teas and brews and things like that. And even like liquid essences that you can put on external bruises and clear that up right away, and burns and things. Always need to keep the burn at your cinnamon. So, cinnamon. Yep, this is one of those long videos again. So, if you just wanted to stay for the recipe, then you got it. So, talk to y'all later. I still love you. Let's see, so I want to switch up the word. Each energy and each herb that you add is adding a different energy to the mixture that's in the morning pestle. And as you give it purpose, it's adding another energy and another energy and another energy and another energy, and layering it on top of the next, and then you mix it and stirring it together, and you're combining them, sort of like combining the atoms, you know, and combining energy, sort of the same. I'm going to get this really a good worked out. I like to give it a nice little work down, so that even get even more of the scent out of it. And that's what I be looking for. Oh yeah, and that's what a lot of new practitioners need to go by, is the scents first. Go by the scents first. What your scents tell you, oh, this smells like love. Identify that. Identify what the scents, how they change your emotions and the way you feel, how they change your moods. Identify that. So that's the love one. There for the males. But there you go. Your little sack of male love drawing statue. Now for the females, I hope that video wasn't too long. Hope it's not even over 20-30 minutes. Now for the next one, I'm gonna go on to the females. So we're gonna use so the females: lavender, rose, patchouli, and mojo bean. Alright, so I'm gonna clear all the energies. Clear all the energies of the male to it. So lavender. for calming emotions and passivity and beauty. And then you're gonna put rose. I got white rose petals and pink rose petals here. White rose petals for the healing sachet that I'm going to do. So, rose petals for beauty and love. Then add patchouli for lust and attraction and female nature. Add some more lavender. When you really want to do this in an organized process of doing one by one, get into that habit and you'll just be more organized instead of all over the place. And then you're going to say patchouli and lavender for lust, female attraction, beauty, attraction, lust, and then you're gonna add these. I want to attract men and all who seeks the smell. And I just affirmed that. So then you're gonna go to marjoram for lust, fertility, romance. I'm gonna stir this up. I want to stir this up. Then you're gonna add coriander for love. I want to end on a good note. And I'm gonna add coriander for love. So coriander for love drawing, draw love to me. Or draw love, for love drawing and attraction. This is for another client, so I have to give it just all that loving energy. And then I'm gonna crush that all up. All the beans. Crush this all up. And I'm gonna charge that. Alright. So look at the ties. And then I'm gonna add the mojo bean and the lodestone and the rose quartz if you want. So I'm not gonna add the rose quartz. And there you go. Little mojo bag for love. So Alright. So blessed be. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again.